Check. Hello, everyone. Steven, the Salon Guy here. Hope you all are doing well. And welcome to another live haircut Tuesday night. I'm very happy to be here with you guys. And this is going to be a live haircut. This is a live stream. So if you don't want to watch this in its entirety, you can skip around when it's up for it to be replayed. But excuse me, I'm super excited to be with you guys. Now, just so you guys know, I am going to be talking to you. It's going to be hard for me to kind of run to the computer to answer the comments. But hello to everybody. Welcome. This is really exciting because this is what I love doing. I love doing haircuts, especially women's haircuts, and also training professionals and working with cosmetology students. So if you are a professional hairstylist, ciao. If you are a student, please let me know, because this video is going to be great for you guys, and I'm really, really excited to do this. So tonight's haircut is going to be a live haircut on a women's layered haircut, and I feel that this is an essential haircut, especially if you're a hairstylist, that is really, I call it my money haircut, and it's a haircut that really, you can't go wrong with it. And if you follow this, thank you very much, I appreciate that. Hello, everyone. If you follow this method, whether you're cutting the hair a lot shorter or leaving it longer, this method really is the key to this haircut, and it's a very commercial, popular, trendy haircut. There's loads and loads of talented hairstylists out there, and a lot of times people end up showing things that are unrealistic. Since I work in a salon, since I do see clients, I like to do commercial work that's very wearable. Okay, so that's what we're going to focus on today. So here we go. So I'm going to lower the camera down just a little bit so you guys can see the head a little better here. And we're going to start with the base of the haircut, which is the base right down into here. All right. Now, for this type of haircut, it really depends on you guys, how long the client wants their hair. Good morning. Yes, this is real. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Louis. I appreciate that. Ali, thank you. So depending on how long the client wants their hair really depends on you. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to keep a decent amount of length for this haircut, but we're going to take enough off to make a difference. So there's a few ways you can cut the base. You can literally just take it like this in one shot and cut it straight across with no tension. That works a lot. Or you can hold it with your hands. However you feel you want to cut this. But what we're going to do is we're going to use our comb as our guide. And we're going to cut straight across. Now I'm switching to my hand, just holding it just because of the angle. And I want to make sure you guys can see this well. But we're literally just cutting a straight line. And that's the first thing that you want to do in this haircut, is establish the length, all right? So I have this sectioned off right up top here. And all we're doing is literally just, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? We're literally just going to take a few sections and comb it straight down and literally just establish our length. This is the first thing that I do with all haircuts. I usually don't even use clips, to be honest with you, but I just want to show you guys. Now, you're seeing what this is right here. This is the division point, which separates the front and the back. And I always suggest doing that just so you have a clear picture of the front and the back, so you're not confusing the two areas, because they are separate. You don't want to really work on the sides of the front while you're working on the back, in my opinion. This is probably the easiest but most crucial part of the haircut, is establishing the length and establishing. Now, if a client says, oh, I want to keep as much as my length as possible, then, then you can apply this technique to longer hair. But just keep in mind, and I'll get to your questions in 1 second. I see them coming in. Just keep in mind that the longer you have the length, that when you cut the layers, they have to be, it has to be somewhat balanced, because you can't really have super, super, super short layers and really, really long hair, okay? So can you do this on dry hair? You can if you want. I prefer on wet hair, but Dylan, how you doing? But I usually, that's all right, Eric. That's weird. You can, no, I use the same comb for curly or dry, same tension. It's just I use sometimes the wider teeth of the comb for curlier hair, or fine teeth for, if I want more of a really tight section, all right? Thank you, Alejandro, I appreciate that. So, depending on what you're doing, but I always use the same tension no matter what, and yes, Francis, you can cut this on with dry hair, So I personally start the hair off wet and then let it dry naturally as I'm cutting it. And by the time I'm done or get close to the front, the majority of the hair is dry, or the shape is dry that I want to see, okay? All right, so now I'm taking the last section down, and there's not really a lot of hair to cut. And anytime you're cutting, you want to make sure you're standing pretty much right in front of the section that you're cutting, or the area that you're cutting. And what I'm doing now is I'm actually, in the corners, I'm turning the hair towards me this way so that I leave a little bit of I leave the corners to give me that kind of protection, so I'm not cutting it too short. And that's really essential, is that you don't want to cut the hair too short, especially in that area, because once you have that corner gone, then it's too late. So what you want to do, if you want to then bring everything straight down and just use the comb to see if you're even. My joke is they usually call me uneven Steven. 20-something years I've been a hairstylist and I can't cut a straight line. It's horrible. All right, so now we're going to, thank you, man, Timothy, I appreciate that. Oh, Alejandro, I don't know, man. I don't know about that. We'll see. All right, so now we're working in through the sides. So I'm going to bring the side down this way, and the hair is parted in the middle. So now is where you have to connect everything. Now, when you're cutting this, what you want to do is I usually like to cut this corner piece right here straight across. But here is where all the magic happens, right in through here. Why do you stylists? Oh, awesome, Louis. Yeah, you don't want to. Well, I don't. That's a whole other thing. It depends on what you want to do. I don't really do a whole lot of ethnic hair, but you can cut it too short. That's why on certain hair types, like really kinky curly hair, I'll do it dry. All right. All right, so this is the key point right in through here. So when we're cutting the layers, you have to keep in mind that wherever you cut this layered part, which is going to be living in the front area right into here, it all has to connect in this way. It's got to really flow. You don't want to cut. I even did this mistake years ago when I first started cutting. When I cut a vertical section, when I took the section, I literally cut like this, and I left a straight, harsh line right in through here, and it was a nightmare because I had to go from straight here, then down. I learned my lesson the hard way, folks. Trust me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now point my fingers upwards. And your fingers here will kind of really dictate the shape and the angle and the approach of cutting. All right, so now I can continue working up the face frame, and my fingers are pointed upwards this way. And you're literally just following a pattern. All right, but this is really where you have total control of where you want this angle to go. All right, now what I'll do, let me just turn the head this way, is I will stand pretty much in front or to the side, and I'll look at this and I'll say, you know what? If I cut this, if my angle is right here, and I want the angle to be up here, I really have to do a severe angle this way and work this down, which means I might have to end up taking a little more hair off. So let's do that. So let's point our fingers upwards this way. See how I'm turning my fingers and pointing them up? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut downwards like that. And believe it or not, I was able to maintain that length down and through here. So I just literally created a beautiful, nice, soft angle. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back in this way and just trim up and connect it to where I feel it's perfectly connected. So we have a layer right here, our first layer where the length's going to be, working all the way down seamlessly into the rest of the shape, which means that if you wear your hair back, it'll all flow in beautifully. Now keep in mind, you have to explain to the clients that, thank you very much, Eric, I appreciate that. Subtle layers, yes. How do you determine the angle that will most flatter the face? Yes, this is pretty much a long haircut. Long layered. Well, this is actually a longer length haircut. So when you think of this is the client's neck right through here, you know, this is probably going to come to, I'd say, probably the breast area or the chest area right into this area. So I would say it's on the longer side, you know. But however, it's longer, shorter layers. But you determine a few things when it comes to layering and where to put the face frame. One, you want to make sure that it's going to be balanced, because if I cut this way up here, and then when I go to blend this or connect this, it's going to be so short that it's not going to work into the length. It's not going to complement. You want to make sure that the front part is complementing the whole entire shape, because maybe the client might want some hair down into here. If you cut all this hair off, you're kind of screwed, you know? And exactly, Benjamin, I like that. Absolute trash. I will ban you in a second, man. So basically, and how to complement their face really determines on what you're trying to hide. You know, if you're trying to hide and make their face a little bit smaller and more like kind of narrow, then you want a little more hair in through here. So you want the layers to come down around this way. But if you want to open their face up a little bit and give them a little more dimension, then you want to start the layers a little bit shorter to kind of open the face up in order to bring it back this way. All right. So this side is completely finished right through here. Give me 1 second, man. Let me fucking ban this idiot. I'm sorry, guys. It's just like you would think that people would have, you know, respect here. Hold on. I'm sorry about this. Block. All right, I banned him. I'm sorry about that. An idiot. So I'm sorry about that, guys. You know I don't really tolerate that crap on my channel. So now we're going to work on this side and through here, all right? And what we're doing literally is we're going to mimic what we did on the other side, okay? So the same thing, but now on the other side. And as you can see, I'm literally doing this all in one section. I'm not like clipping this up and bringing this down. If you can do this all in one section, I suggest doing it all in one section, to be honest with you. You know, especially if the hair is a little bit more on the finer side. If you could see it, you can cut it. That's kind of my motto. If you can see it, then you can cut it, which means that if you're able to see, you know, what you want to do without any sort of restrictions or without the hair being too thick or getting in the way, then do it. So I'm literally doing this all in one shot. So once again, now what we're doing is now my fingers are pointed downwards. So what we're doing is we're connecting, doing the same thing, but my body positioning is really literally just standing right in front. I'm not putting myself in an awkward position like this. I'm not flipping my arm over the top, which is going to hurt my back. I'm literally just standing right in front, using my finger positioning right here, which controls everything, and just literally cutting straight up. So let me see. I see some comments. Yes, you need a license. This is kind of like a V shape into here, to be honest with you, because it does go down into a V. Sometimes V shapes are created naturally just by how you cut the haircut and layers. But anytime you do a face frame, the haircut does kind of create a V shape, to be honest with you. All right, so now we're working into the front. And one thing that I notice a lot of hairstylists or even students, this is the most challenging part, is how the hell do you get it even on both sides? Hold on a second here. Hey, Brooke, man, Brooke, I will definitely, yeah, I will ban all of you. So whoever's like acting up. Classes in Bucks County. Oh man, Sid, I am hosting a seminar at my studio in August, and I'm in New Jersey, so I'm not too far away. Yes, Francis, just follow my Facebook page or my Instagram page, The Salon Guy. I always have information there. You know what I mean? All right, so let's get back to this. So the biggest thing is that you have to make this even. Okay, how do you make this damn part even on both sides? And I can honestly tell you, I have no idea. What you need to do is a little trick that I have is I bring everything straight down this way. All right, and I bring the very, very, very front piece, the very front piece right in through here. All right, let me just get that, which is this little sliver of hair right here. All right. And I appreciate that, Wolf. Oh wow, man, that's amazing. That's amazing. Hello in Poland. You find that piece right here. Then you take a piece from the other side, and that's where you cut the angle. All right? That's where you start to cut the angle, right there. So now we have a guide to work off of. And then all you do is connect, bring everything. I'm standing in front of the client, or the model, right here. The mannequin, I mean. I'm standing right in front. And look, we had a seamless connection going right up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this forward this way, and I'm going to stand right in front, and I'm going to start to cross-check everything to make sure that we're balanced and even. And like I mentioned, they call me Uneven Steven, and we're a little uneven. But that is because some of the hair from the top is coming through, which we're going to layer and clean up anyway. So not to fear. Not to fear. And if you see anything that's longer, you cut it. And now keep in mind, this side is a lot more damp than the other side, all right? This is a layered haircut. Thank you very much, man. Oh, Carol, anybody in the UK or in Europe, if you go to moqueur.com, MOQUER.com, they're in the Netherlands. That's my European distributor, all right? Even Steven. Yes. Moqueur.com, MOQUER.com in the Netherlands. They sell my products. They're my European distributor. So if anyone's from Europe, you can get it through them for much cheaper shipping, because shipping from the US is really, really too expensive. So that's where you get it from. All right. So now the entire front shape is done, okay? I know we spent a lot of time on this, but when you really think about it, this is the foundation of the haircut. You want a good haircut to have a really, really good foundation. That is what's essential, because let me see, I'm just cross-checking here, and I'm feeling some pieces. And that's the thing about haircuts, is that when you go through it and you feel it, that means something is wrong. And I could see right there is a little, there's that corner that I didn't blend. I forgot to go back in and cut that little corner in the back. So that's all I'm doing right here. There we go. It's just that one little piece. You want to have an established base first. If without a good base, then you're not going to be able to have a good haircut. So, that's it. Sorry, guys, I have to ban more people. Give me a second. Unbelievable. Brooke, I warned you. Now you are gone. Why can't people listen? Why can't people listen? Sorry, everybody. I apologize that. And thank you. And Sean is gone too. Or Sheen, or whatever his name is. Scene. All right, let's go back. Sorry, I apologize, folks. My intention is not to take away from teaching you guys just because of these morons. All right, I apologize. All right. I keep having to ban these people, and I apologize for that. So, all right, where were we? There we go. All right, so now, I know. Well, you know what? I don't have time for that foolishness. They're probably some, like, 15-year-old idiot. You know what I mean? So, or no offense to 15-year-olds, but people need to be taught respect. And usually the respect comes when they're probably in their like late 20s, depending on where they're from. All right, so now is the really, really, really key part of this whole haircut. All right, this is the layers. The layering is essential. So now that we have the base haircut done, and yes, this haircut allows you to kind of flip the hair around in different ways, left or right, whatever. This is the really, really key part of this whole thing, is the layering. Now, you have to keep in mind a couple of different things. So when you're layering the hair, you've got this front section right here, all right, which is the very, very front. And then you've got all this hair back here. Okay, you've got this piece right here, which really, to me, is where the layers like start. So you have this long part and the short part, and they have to connect somehow. And that's the whole key to these layered haircuts, is connecting and having it flow. You know what I mean? Yes, Juicin in New Jersey. Michael, I've done that already. So yes, a Mohawk guide, exactly. However, I don't use a Mohawk guide. What I do is I look at this and I go, okay, what's going to be a realistic length to start the layers in the back? So what I do is I'll take this straight across right here. This is the first section I'll take. This is a horizontal section right here in the back. I'll comb it straight up and I'll look at a couple different things. I'll say, okay, so here's how long it is right here. If I cut it, wherever I cut this, it's going to fall. That's where the layers go. So if I cut it this short, guess what? It's falling to right here. And then I have to connect all of this somehow. So you want to keep it a good balance where it's going to show that it's layered, but at the same time, it's going to be a realistic length that it's going to be balanced with everything else. The key to haircutting is, oh man, I appreciate that, Albie, thank you. What you need to do is, wait a second. Wait a second. How is this possible? I don't get it. I don't get it. I blocked Brooke, so I'm a little confused. That's what I'm saying. I'm confused. But anyway, guys, if this moron comes back on, I'm going to keep doing this for you guys, so I apologize. So let's take this section right here, and now we're going to cut it. So you want this section to be thick enough that you can see what's going on. All right? All right, so here we go. We're going to cut this straight across. So that means when I drop this down, we're going to have somewhat of a longer layered shape. All right, so now we have that section right there. Now here's where all the magic begins. You push that out of the way. You take another section, horizontal section, right underneath that. Okay, right underneath that section. You comb it straight up. All right, straight up from the head. I'm not over directing or anything or pushing it too forward. I'm literally just cutting straight across. And there's my section here. So I have two horizontal sections right here. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to push this hair out of the way. I'm going to take this section right here, and I'm going to comb it straight up. I'm going to do the same thing. All right, same thing I did on the other side. So now what happens is we have, yes. So what we're going to do is check it, and look, it's even on both sides because we just did something that keeps the whole back section, the top layer, is perfectly even. All right, this whole thing is exactly where we need to have it, right here. All right, you hold it straight up, and there we go. So that means all this hair is going to fall down right in through here. All right, Alex, some hair product a few days ago. I'm trying to bleach, lighten hair. Ooh, I'll get back to you on that. Alex has dark hair, so yeah. So basically, they're not here right now, unfortunately. Okay. So now I'm going to raise the head up a little bit this way so you guys can see. And here is where we connect all of this. So we have this layer right here, but now we have to blend all of it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take now I'm going to start working vertically. All right. Now I'm going to start working. Thank you. Appreciate that. Lee, you better chill. Sweet exorcist. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to comb this straight out this way. All right. And here is where you're going to see something interesting. So now you're going to start to see the longer hair that needs to be cut. Let me move this over a little bit this way. You can see. All right. Now I'm going to extend this straight out from the head. The hair underneath is going to fall out of the section, which essentially is your length. And you don't want to cut that whatsoever. But you pull everything straight from the head, let that drop down, and then you cut it so it all falls seamlessly over that section. If you start to cut too much of the weight on top of the baseline, it's going to look very, very, very thin. And remember what I said before, the key to a good haircut is having a solid base. All right? It's having a solid base. You have a solid base for your haircut, and it's going to save you. If you have a really thin, kind of wispy base for the haircut, then it's not going to look as good. All right? And women want their hair looking thick, you know? Yeah, Rosa, I'm sorry. I am ignoring the comments from this moment forward, so I apologize. All right, so same thing. Now we're following around the head shape. And what you want to do is as you get towards the corners, all right, as you get towards the corners, you want to start to kind of pull it straight back from the head. And the reason that you do that is because you want to maintain that weight right in through here. Because if you cut it off, then it's too late, all right? So you want to make sure that you really are pulling that and extending that hair straight back. All right, and what I'm doing literally is I'm just taking horizontal or vertical slices, and then I'm just combing the hair out of the way. All right, that's what I'm doing. So here we have one last section here right in the corner. We're right behind the ear, as you can see. And let's comb this all straight back. There we have that weight right in through the middle, which is what we need to cut, and also right in through here. And we're going to let this fall down. This is overextended back this way. As you can see, it's not combed straight out because I would have removed too much weight. It's brought back this way. All right? So now we're going to comb that straight down, and we're going to work from the center to the left side of the head. Let me know if you guys are following along okay. If you have any questions, if you guys are learning something, I'd love to know what your feedback is so far. And I appreciate all of your patience. I appreciate all of you guys being with me here tonight. These live streams are a lot of work. A lot of work. I could be home playing Xbox Live. But no, on the Tuesday night, I'm here with you guys. And I appreciate it. All right. Let's see. Yes, exactly, Sean. Yep. Yeah. Thank you very much, Kania. I appreciate that. Lee, I'm just letting you know, chill the F out, man. I have no time for this shit. I'm sorry if I'm cursing, but if you, like, people who know me, know I have a low tolerance for this crap. So please, Lee, just chill, man, chill. Thank you, Necktie. I appreciate that. Thank you. Lulu, that's awesome. It's tough to give up Xbox Live. That's my escape, playing Xbox. All right. So now we're working in through this side back here into the corners. And again, now I'm pushing away from me, and there's the hair that I need to cut. Now keep in mind, you might not see, you know, a lot of hair, and it's really what, you know, is left on the head, and you know, you don't have to cut loads and loads of hair off. You know what I mean? You don't have to chop all the hair. It's just what needs to come off is what's important, you know? So we're taking the last section right behind the ear on this side, and I'm gonna comb this hair, get it out of the way, and comb it straight back. Straight back, combing on top of the section. There's that little bit that needs to come off. Same thing at the other side, not much. And there we go. Again, my body position, I'm trying to keep it pretty much straight back. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to overextend myself. I'm trying to keep it very, very steady. You know what I mean? All right, sorry about that. No sound? Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. I have sound. Sorry about that. Mito, I have sound. Yes, Francis, this is going to be great. I already blocked Lee, man. I blocked Lee. So, all right, so now the back is done. And now let's see what we got here. So the hair is drying in through here, but now we've got a lot of movement. Now when you check this, what you want to do is when you shake the hair, you want to see no lines whatsoever. And you want to just see nothing but movement. And this really, really has a nice, really nice flow to it all. Okay, now it's time to work in through the top. All right, the top here is where we connect everything. Now, I haven't sprayed down the head. All right, keep that in mind. I have not sprayed down the head. I'm letting it dry in its natural state. This way, because I kind of know my haircuts and I have it timed that when I get to certain parts, I know it's going to be perfect. Snitch. Hello, the snitch. How you doing? Sorry, Catherine. I apologize. I apologize for the stopping and going, for having to ban idiots. I apologize. All right. So basically, here is where another key part is. So you have the guide. All right, this is the back layer right here. The back layer is right here, and you can see it. Now you've got that long hair right there. Guess what? We're going to cut that right off. This is how you connect, at least my method of connecting, which I learned many years ago, is you connect by combing it straight up and cutting towards the face. A lot of times what I see hairstylists do is, hey, Brittany. Oh, thank you so much, Brittany. I appreciate that. Jeremiah, thank you, man. Thank you. This is a technique that I learned a long time ago. A lot of times stylists, when they're ready to work in through the top, they won't do that method. They'll just take a section right here and cut it. And then what that's going to do is that's going to create another line right into here. So what this is doing, and I'm telling you, if you do this, it works. It's a lifesaver. What this is doing, it's allowing, see, watch what happens. It's allowing the hair to all follow the head and not create any sort of harsh lines. All right, this is the best technique I learned in order to connect the back into the top layers. But now watch. Now it's like, okay, we're done with the back part. We have it connected. Now what the hell do you do? Well, here is where you actually take horizontal sections because we don't have to worry about the back anymore. Now we are in the front and the top. So we are clear to go to work towards the face. All right? And here's where we start to take horizontal sections. Comb it straight up. There's the guide, and we cut. Now, keep in mind, there's not going to be a lot of hair coming off because of, remember how we cut this. Remember in the beginning, we brought everything straight forward, so we actually ended up, creating our face frame and almost creating the layers. All right, so we're going to comb this straight up from the head. There's the very, very top and the very front. We're only cutting a little bit, not a whole lot, because not a whole lot needs to. I'm trying to hear everybody. Yeah, Brittany, this is the best. Gail, thank you so much. Make a video how to make spiky thick hair to, I don't know what that. So basically, yeah, that's how you do it. This is my method of creating a longer layered shape. All right, if you follow this technique, it'll be really, really seamless. But don't think that the haircut's over because we have this whole side to cut. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a vertical section right from the back, right behind the ear, and guess what's next? The corners are next. All right, this is the next part to cut. And I like to cut hair basically in sections, like it should be, but not just sections, like areas of the head. You know what I mean? So like certain areas, like the corners or the back or the top. I think if you do it that way, and I learned that also many, many years ago, it keeps you really organized. All right? So around the ear area, the way to prevent from getting holes is you let that hair drop out. That doesn't need to be cut. That's the thing, is you let the hair drop out that doesn't need to be cut because that is going to protect the hair from getting holes. And also how you balance the weight. See that hair that just dropped? That's the length. When there's no length, then you're going to get holes. You know what I mean? Oh, that's awesome. Niketi, that's awesome. All right. So now we have the bottom. Don't forget the very, very, very bottom. There's probably just a little bit of hair that needs to come off. You're not trying to cut any of the length here, keep in mind. You're not trying to cut the length. You're just literally you're just cutting that little bit of hair that lays on top of the bottom. And that is going to really, I'm telling you, all hairs matter. You know what I mean? All hairs matter. I know it's a fun, kind of a bad analogy, but all hairs matter, especially like if there's like even just a couple laying on top of that base, because you want every hair to be connected together. That is the difference between an okay haircut and a haircut that's going to look good like 3 months after it grows out. And I have clients that pay $150 for a haircut with me, and trust me, they want a good haircut. All right? Bye. Take it easy. Kania, take it easy. All right. So basically, now I flip the hair around, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now, if you notice, I'm standing in the same position that I was. I'm not cutting over the top. I'm not putting my body in an awkward position. But body positioning really, really is key. And all that hair that's dropping out of the section, let it drop out. All right, let it drop out, because we don't need that hair right now. That's when you say, all right, we'll be back. We'll be back for you. So you let that hair drop out, and you focus on what you see right in front of you right then and there. So in the front section, I'm combing it straight back, and only a little bit needs to come off. All right, so now that is done, and here is where we're going to work towards the bottom. And again, this is really, really essential. you only want to cut what needs to come off, which should be not much. The key to good haircuts, there's a couple of different things. It's balance, weight distribution, shape, technique, how it grows out, all of those things. But I'd say balance really, really, really is the most important thing. All right? You want the haircut to be balanced. You want to make sure that as you're cutting with a purpose. You're cutting with a purpose. All right, so now that's done. And yes. Okay. Yes, Francis, it is. All right, so now here is the key part right here. This is where, let me turn the head this way. So this is where you really blend everything together. This is where everything comes together. All right? What I do, this is a little trick. What I do is I'll comb everything straight back, all the hair straight back off the face. And this is where I think Sean earlier mentioned the mohawk section. You do a mohawk section right down the middle. Comb all this hair out of the way. And this is where you comb everything straight up from the head. Let me just turn this quickly so you can see. This is what I got, a mohawk section right there. This is where, when you comb this straight up, you literally will see everything that you need to see. All right, so there's a little bit of hair right there, which is what we're going to cut. Comb this all straight up, and there's a little bit of hair that we need to cut. And there, now it's perfect. What that does is it connects both sides. That is probably the biggest, Sabrina, how you doing? That's probably the biggest tip and the biggest thing. If you see like a huge chunk of hair, that means like, hey, it needs to come off. It's too long. It shouldn't be there. All right? We're going to comb this all straight up and straight across. That's all we're doing, is we're checking for balance. This is what allows the hair to be able to be flipped around. All right? I'm telling you, I've done this a million times. When you see this blow dried, the key is that when you cut it and then you see the end result, that is really, that's when all the magic happens, is when you're like, oh my gosh, you see all that hard work really play out into the haircut. There's a couple of little pieces right there, and we cut those just to make sure we're right on track. And yes, we are good. So now the haircut, I'm going to put the scissors down, and the haircut is complete. So let me spin this around this way. And here we go. So now let's rake this all back. I'm just going to bring up the head this way so you can see a little better. Let's zoom in. Snitch, I'm sorry, man. I'm not ignoring you. Oh man, a pack of clippers. Pickless videos of barbershop. I don't know what that means. Oh wait, Nekate. Nekate, is that right? All right. So let's look at this shape. Let's see what we got going on here. What I do when I'm finished with any client is I check for balance, and I pull the hair straight back, and I use my fingers to really just check. And sometimes the clients, they'll run their fingers through their hair and they'll check the damn haircut themselves, which is even crazier. And what you're looking for is you're looking for that flow. You're looking for the flow to really take shape. And that is what is essential to giving a good haircut that's going to last. Now remember that what we started with kind of a long haircut, which looked just kind of long and didn't have a lot of shape to it. And what we're doing now is creating a beautiful, gorgeous shape. So I'm going to blow dry it now. Nekatai. Oh, Nekatai. How you doing? Zulma. Wolf, I mean, you can cut this dry, but here's the thing, if you noticed, guys, the hair, I started completely wet, and now the hair is, I'd say, about 70% dry. All right? It's about 70% dry. So basically, what I'm able to do is see how the hair falls. I didn't re-wet the hair, so I'm cutting it wet to dry. All right? Pickles, I don't know, man. I'll do some sort of giveaway. Lewis, that's a good idea. Lewis, I usually book an hour for a woman's haircut. All right? This is my product 25, which I sprayed in as a pre-styler. And I'm telling you right now, this has 25 benefits. People are starting to really get hooked on this product because it's a lifesaver if your hair is damaged, if it's fried, and it has 25 hair benefits of leave-in spray. I'm just going to spray a little bit on, a couple of squirts as a pre-styler. And now I'm going to take my product Support Cream, which is a blow-dry cream, which helps. I named it Support Cream because I wanted something to support the style. All right, to support all that hard work that I did. So Support Cream is a blow-dry cream. It has a little hold, so it's locking in the blow-dry, which is really, really good. And it's something that, you know, us stylists need while we're blow-drying it. A lot of times we'll use products that don't really do much as far as holding the hair or giving it any sort of support. So that's what Support Cream is. That's the whole focus behind why I launched it. All right? 30 minutes of shampoo, conditioner, cut and color. Yeah, Lewis, man. You know, no, sulfate-free. It's vegan. All right? Hey, Snitch, man, just please, dude, I see what you're saying, but, you know, I apologize if I'm not getting to it. Barely damaged, still cut wet? Yes, Brandy. I cut the hair wet, to be honest with you, even if it's damaged. You know? You always consult with the client when the hair is dry. That's the key. Don't worry, I'm still here with you guys. I didn't go too far. I'm just getting my blow dryer. So I'm gonna blow dry it now, and appreciate that, man. Lewis. So what I'm gonna do is I apologize if it gets a little loud. I'm just gonna lower the setting right here. But what I like to do is I like to blow dry the front first. I'll get some of the moisture out, but as you can see, guys, the hair is like 80% dry right now. And the reason I do that is that so you can see everything. You know what I mean? It's that so you can see everything. Oh, thank you, Zulma. I appreciate that. Oh, here we go. All right, so now I'm going to push this hair out of the way. And now I'm going to start with the round brush. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to blow dry the hair all towards the face this way. And I'm turning it under like that. And I'm blow drying it towards the face because at the end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rake it all back. Can you guys still hear me okay? Can you guys still hear me? Hey, Drake and Josh, dude, just chill the F out, man. Seriously. Chill the F out. Yes, Swan, thank you. So I'm just blow drying it this way. Towards the face. I'm going to leave it right there. And the reason is a lot of times people spend a lot of time towards the back, you know, in the back of the head instead of the front. So I'm literally, I'm blow drying the hair like if I cut it. And I feel blow drying it forward also gives it a lot of volume as well. Again, this is just my technique. You know what I mean? This is just my technique. But how will you know what to cut, Stephen, even if you cut wet? Because when you look at it when it's dry, when you look at hair when it's dry, you'll see. You'll be able to see it before you wash it. You can see the dead ends. It's just kind of like, you know, it's right there. You're staring at it. So that's how I'll know. You know, that's why you consult with the client before you do anything. You don't send the client right back to the sink when they walk in. You sit there and you consult with them. That's another big mistake I see, is clients, they don't have proper consultations. The client comes in and they send the receptionist sends a client back to get their hair washed without the stylist even talking to them. I'm strongly against that. All right, so as you can see, I'm blow drying everything forward. Everything forward towards the face. And it'll all make sense when I'm done. It's a very simple haircut. You know, I've done Arturo Vidal already. I've done it. Dude, just browse my channel, snitch. Go on my channel and browse what you're looking for. Just search it. I appreciate the support, snitch, but like, just go on YouTube and type in whatever it is you're looking for and then add the Salon Guy to it. And that's for anybody looking for videos. Like, I've done over 1,000 videos on YouTube. So for curly hair, maybe you can, how do you adjust the angles for curly hair? Yes, well, bookworm, what you want to do is leave it longer. I mean, it's that simple. You leave it longer. You compensate for the hair, like the length. That's really what it comes down to. I cut hair the same way. Curly hair, you know, it's all just a matter of leaving it longer. All right, so the blow dry sometimes is what takes the longest, depending on the hair type and how long it is. And, you know, since this is a longer haircut, it's going to take a little bit longer to blow dry. But what you want to do is when you're blow drying, you almost want to explain to the clients, you know, what it is you're doing. Because the clients always have a hard time blow drying their own hair. You know, that's one of the biggest challenges I hear from clients is they're like, oh, I can't blow dry my hair. Well, here's your opportunity to show them how to do it. Can you do this haircut in 30 minutes? The haircut, maybe you can do it in 30 minutes, but not the haircut in a blow dry. I mean, you can if you didn't talk like one bit. If you maybe said like hello to your client, that's about it. Thank you, George. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, you can't do this haircut in 30 minutes. You know, if you work at a chain salon that's like, you know, for a corporation that has multiple locations and they're training you to cut hair in 15, 20 minutes, good luck. This is a $150 haircut I'm doing right now. All right. So here's that into here. And then the last part is push this out of the way. Going to bring this down this way. All towards the face. It's the same thing like when you're cutting. You want to brush the hair out of the way. You brush the hair all out of the way. And the front section, you're literally just pulling it straight out and blow drying it down like that. And yes, you're going to let the client sit with hair in her face. All right, now working towards the back. So how are you guys finding, like, how do I have over 447,000 subscribers and 50 people watching. How is that even possible? Like, are you guys not getting notifications? Are you, I mean, like, how are you finding me? Like, I'm just curious to know how come there's not like 10,000 people here right now. And that's not to say I'm very grateful that you all are here. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. It depends, Francis. It depends. Notified? Okay, that's cool. Notifications. I don't understand it. And also with my video views. I mean, I have over, you know, hundreds of thousands of viewers, but I'll get like 2,000 views on a video. It just doesn't make any sense. All right, so the same thing in the back. Good conversation. Good observation. Awesome. Yeah, you know, I'm in the US. I'm in the US, so it's almost 9 o'clock here. You know what I mean? Oh man. 5:50. Yeah, that's the thing with having a worldwide audience. I don't know if I should do this live stream at a different time. I don't know. All right, so the back, what I'm doing is I'm giving it a slight little flip this way. Just to add a little bit of pizzazz to it. I'm flipping it. You can add some twists. You can add whatever you want. But the back, it's the same thing. You blow dry it. And, sorry. You're following the head shape. You're really just kind of almost duplicating how you cut the hair. Obviously, on the mannequin head, you have to be a little more cautious because you will pull the mannequin head and it will fly and we'll both be on the ground. All right, so now I'm just flipping the hair a little on the ends. Just give it a little more shape. And it's really just working the brush. That's really what it comes down to. And now I'm working right into the back area. Let's turn the head this way so you can see. Here we go. On the bell. Yes. All right, so we're almost done. I'm saving the last part, the front for last. And what I'm looking for as I'm blow drying this is I'm looking for the layers that I cut. I'm looking to see where they're falling. I'm looking to see, you know, if that's exactly where I wanted them, if the whole thing has a good flow to it. And the answer is yes to all this stuff. It's looking good. The flow is good. I'm happy with the results so far. And then the last part is now on the very, very top. I'm going to hold this straight up like this. And I'm basically going to blow dry it like almost like how I cut it. Now, as you can see, guys, I didn't use any clips whatsoever. I didn't use any clips. Wolf, I charge $150 for a haircut. And people pay it. I get people that travel hours for haircuts for me. I've had people fly in to come see me. I mean, you know. All right, so the very, very front, once again, we can bring this back this way if you want. Here's the last piece right here. All right. Now, this is just as important, okay? Yes. Here we go, folks. This is the money part right here. So what I do is let's get the head right in front here. So what I do is I'll bring the head back. I'll tell the client to bring their hair back, and then I'll start to rake this all back. All the hair that we had in their face, what I do is I rake it all back with my hands like this, very lightly. And this is what you call the money shot. This is, you're putting on a show for them. You're really saying, oh, okay, let's get ready. This is all the work we put into this haircut. Now it's time to really see it. And you want to work it through, and I can only see a little bit of it. Then you bring their head forward. Okay, let's bring this forward this way. And here we go. Then we work it in, bring it all forward like this, and then we have the layers and the shape. Again, I can't really see the front yet. I'll take a look. But here's the shape, okay? Let's see how we're looking. All right, looking beautiful. So let's turn so you can see the side right in through here. All right, let me adjust the camera so you can see the friggin' thing. All right, there we go. Let's zoom out a little bit. And how's that, folks? How is that? All right. Oh man, Tamara, thank you. You can't hear me. Oh, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Can you guys hear me okay? Check. 1, 2. Just type in yes if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? All right, so here's the side right in through here. But look at, here's the real key to this whole thing, is look at how this all flows back, okay? Look at that, how it all flows in. We kept the length, we have the layers, she's got full shape. All right, whoops, hold on a second, something happened. It's beautiful shape, and yeah, and that's really, really the key to this whole thing. Sorry about that, I had to do something. Let's look at the other side. This is a beautiful layered haircut, folks. Very commercial, very wearable. She's got the length, she's got the, the shape right in through here. It's really a simple executed, well, I wouldn't say simple, but it's, it's something that if you follow these steps, you'll be able to do this. And you can apply this to shorter hair as well. You know what I mean? You can apply it to shorter hair. You can apply it to longer hair. I mean, it's just the technique, Yeah. I appreciate that. Let's bring this forward once again. Again, folks, you do haircuts like this, you should be charging more than, $30 or $20 or $10, whatever the hell you're charging. All right? You need to be charging what you're worth. And especially if you're getting education like this and you're practicing and you're doing all these haircuts, you should be charging quite a bit of money. You know what I mean? Bruce Jenner to Caitlyn Jenner, that's funny. Yes, Francis, you know what I mean? Thank you, Funny Monster. Thank you, Lewis, I appreciate that. And thank you for all the likes too, I really appreciate that. What do you guys think? Now it's completely dry. Let's do something a little different. Let's flip it around. We haven't done that yet. All right, let's flip it over to the side. Here's where we have the kind of sexy hair look right into here. Look at that, huh? That is beautiful. So we've got this beautiful layered look going over to this one side. And there we can see there is nice. Let's flip it around to the other side. Because again, this cut does have the ability to have some diversity to it. So this is what I always do as well, as I show this to clients that you can wear it a variety of ways. And guys, I'm not using any hairspray. This really is just a haircut. You know what I mean? But look how beautiful that is. Excuse me. Too dry. All right. Yes, runway model, exactly. Blunt bangs. Probably not on this one, Sean, because I want to keep this haircut. I want to keep this for another haircut. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Let's see. Who wants to see me cut bangs on this thing? But just city life where I'm from, $20 for a haircut. I'm jealous. Wow. Now, you know what, Sean? You've been very, very supportive. Aside from, okay, no bangs. Thank you. Lewis wants to see bangs. Sean wants to see bangs. Slice them bangs. Yeah, I personally wouldn't do bangs. You know what I mean? Like, I do. Let me get another mannequin. I don't want to screw this up. Stay right here and talk to this lovely mannequin right here. Let me get another mannequin that has some bangs here. Hold on a sec. I know you guys can still hear me, but let me find a mannequin that I can cut with bangs. Actually, no, it's not going to look good. It's not going to look good. And I can't seem to find another mannequin that I can cut bangs on. Actually, yes, here. I did. I found another mannequin that would bangs would look good on. Damn, you all trying to get her number. That's what's up. You guys work quick. You guys work quick. I think her name is Chantal, and she's from Brazil. She's the very exotic type from Brazil, as you can see. Hello. I would like to meet all you nice people. Oh, 3 years. Oh, thank you, man, Green Day. I appreciate that, man. Yes, this is Miami. This is a Victoria's Secret model haircut right here. Look at that. I mean, this is pure, a very, very sexy haircut. You can't deny it, man. This is gorgeous. But I'm going to do a nice little quickie for you guys right here. Since Sean asked me nicely to do some bangs over here, why not? Let's do it. For some reason, this mannequin head, all right. Here we go. Yes. Ha ha ha. I appreciate that. No. That's funny. It's a real female, I promise. All right, so let's look at this haircut. This is a really, really cool haircut I did in a past video. So let's do some bangs. Let's just go nuts and do some bangs right here. So this is the perfect time to do a fringe because she has good hair for it. She's got the good shape for it. So let's do it. All right, you guys want to see me cut bangs on this thing or what? Okay, let's zoom in a little further. Let's pan up this way. There we go. Yes, another one. Another layer. Hey, Snitch, dude, chill, man. I'm telling you, chill, please, please. Thank you. I'll get to rice gum. I've done rice gum already. You know, it was okay. It didn't really get many views for me. It didn't do anything. So, you know, I might not even do it. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm literally just trying to find the natural parting, or where the hair naturally falls. And usually it's like right around, you know, this area right into here. All right, the hair wants to fall in like the corner of the eye. All right. So what I'll do is let's clip this out of the way. All right, so we got that piece right here. And let me find a clip. So let's clip this out of the way. You guys with me or what? Yes, I do have clip and bangs. I do have those. And Hair Art Products sells those too, actually. All right, now I'm going to take another section right here on this side, and we're going to split it up right here. So what I'm doing is I'm looking to see where the hair is going to naturally fall. And this mannequin has a lot of hair, to be honest with you. This is 100% human hair, a very, very expensive mannequin. But it's literally the closest thing to cutting a human. All right, so let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. So what I've done is I've created a triangle section right here in the middle. Let's just show you guys right here. So I created a triangle section right in through here, as you can see. All right? This is going to be kind of a heavier bang, a heavier fringe. Okay? PewDiePie. I am going to do the PewDiePie one. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I am going to do the PewDiePie. Okay, here we go. You guys ready for this? This is totally off the cuff. You guys are putting the peer pressure on me over here. All right, so let's turn the head. Now, bangs are a whole, or fringe, wherever you're from, it's a whole big thing for me, man. Like, I literally take so much pride in cutting bangs. I'm telling you, all you ladies out there, I give a great bang. All right, ladies, I give a great bang. Women are lined up out the door for my bangs. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, bad joke, bad joke. But I do. I take a lot of pride. Yeah, I see it. There we go. Sorry about that. Sorry, I know. Bad joke. All right. Here we go. So what I like to do, and I'm doing this dry, is take the hair, comb it down, kind of locked and loaded. You want to comb the hair to where it's a little bit on the longer side, right in through here. All right, you want to extend the hair down a little bit, because if you cut it too short, you're screwed. All right? So I got the hair right there, and I'm going to cut straight across. And this is right to the bridge of the nose. All right? And there we go. So now we have kind of some mod bangs going on. Now it's time to clean up the bangs. So what that does is it leaves the corner a little bit longer, which is exactly what I was hoping for. So what I'll do is I'll go in and I'll actually cut off that corner right in through there. And I'll do this on... No. Wispy bang's not on this. I'm going to cut the corner right there. So now it's shorter, a little bit shorter, right into these corners right here. Now watch where all the magic happens. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this hair all right here on this side, and I'm going to cut the layers right there. I'm going to over direct all this to this one side here, and I'm going to cut that excess hair right there. I'm going to keep cutting, combing, and over directing all the way to this one corner right here. Oh, you guys can't see. Sorry, hold on a sec. Let me zoom out. Hold on. Sorry, folks. So what I was doing is I'm over directing everything back to this one corner. I'm pulling everything from that side over here until I have all the hair on this one side, and I'm going to layer it. So over direct it all to this one corner and cut it. All right, let me just look at some of the questions right here. Yeah, I know. Yes, sorry about that. These are Hattori, these are Hanzo shears that I'm trying out, all right? These are really, really, really good. All right, so now, folks, what we're going to do is we're going to do it on the other side. Hattori Hanzo shears, that's what these are. Very, very sharp, very good. Now we're going to over direct everything over to this side. All right? We're actually doing, this is a little secret of how I cut a fringe if I want the hair to be able to move around to both sides. And I'm cutting it off this way. And then all the hair over here, over direct to this one corner. Right here. Okay? And then now, I'm going to take all this hair. Notice, guys, this is just the bangs. This is like literally, I'm putting all this work into the fringe area. I'm combing this all straight up. And there, that's it. Now, watch what this does. Watch what this does to the fringe. This is probably like the most amazing way to cut bangs. And like I said, I take pride in the way I cut them. So let's just zoom in a little bit here. So what that did is it now allows us to have a nice sweeping fringe. All right? Really, really nice, beautiful, soft, sweeping fringe. Let's brush this out. And this is like on the shorter side. This is on the shorter side too. Let's take the clip out. There we have that. And look, so if she wants to wear it over, she can sweep it over now. All right? Get this hair out of here. So we have a nice longer fringe, okay? We have all these beautiful layers here. Now, if she wants to wear it on the other side, you can do the same thing. You just brush it over this way. And now you've got a nice sweeping fringe going over that way as well. Or you can wear it straight down with a very kind of heavy mod type look, which is all like in the face. You know what I mean? I've seen this as well. I think that's pretty sexy too. All right. Thank you. Haha. So then, if you want to really go crazy on it, we'll do one last bit, and then we're going to wrap it up, because it's getting late, and I do want to play Xbox. Here's for all you texture fanatics. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. Yeah, I put a lot of work into the fringe, man. A lot. All right, here's all you texture fanatics right here. All right? Take the thinning shears and just go nuts. You want to thin out the ends. Thin out the ends and add all that texture right to the ends, right there. This works really, really great on super thick hair. But this is for everybody who wants all that texture in there. Best way is to just kind of do it like this. Hold it vertically and cut on the ends. It really gives it a nice kind of piecey look. The thing about a fringe is, like, once you're good at it, you can really like start to really piece it all out and start to really like get good at doing it, you know? All right, so now we've got some like texture to it. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, this has been a very, very long live stream. You can go back and rewatch this. No way, Tamara. I do this to people. I do this to real people all the time. Yeah. I do this to all my clients that have, you know, bangs and stuff like that. Like, this is why I'm showing you guys, because I do it. You know, this is what allows me to share it. I wouldn't be able to share it with you guys if I didn't do it. You know what I mean? So yeah, people don't really freak out over this. They're like, they're actually amazed by it, you know? But yeah, check that out, man. Oh, awesome, man. Lewis, thank you so much. What rank were you, Lewis? Let's see. King of Bangs, I appreciate that. Can you bang your clients? That's funny. All right, so let's zoom out a little bit. I'm gonna rate E5, wow. You're not an officer, but I still salute you for your service anyway, man. I did 6 years between police, fire. I've trained with Rangers, SEALs in the past, so much respect to you, Lewis. Thank you. All right. Well, listen, guys, it's been and everyone say thank you to Lewis for his service to our country. So I appreciate that. Wow, man, infantry. Well, E5 is a sergeant, right? Because you're only supposed to salute officers. So I'm saluting you just as respect. Oh, wow, man. Yes. Yep. So, yeah, actually, when I was in, gosh, the academy, there was a couple guys that were Rangers and a couple of SEALs. And I also have a friend who's a SEAL, who's active duty. And, yeah, it's pretty intense, man. Those guys are friggin' unbelievable. But I'm a big, speaking about Xbox, I like Battlefield. I'm a Battlefield guy. You know what I mean? I'm a Battlefield guy. So, but I started off in the hair industry. I left. I want to be a hero, and I went into law enforcement, firefighting. I did all sorts of crap for about 6 years. After 9/11, I got out, and I went back into the beauty industry. And now I have a brand called TheSalonGuy. So, I did a video on that, Dylan. How to grow your hair faster. Literally, type it. So. Sean, man, as usual, thank you so much for this. But everybody, I appreciate you all watching. I appreciate you all watching and all your support. And I'm sorry about the having to stop back and forth to ban these morons. But oh, thank you, Blaster. I appreciate that. So anyway, guys, have a good night. Don't forget, you can rewatch this video, all 6 hours of it, whenever you want. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek. All right, tomorrow morning, don't go anywhere. Hold on. I have a little surprise for you guys. Tomorrow morning at 700 Eastern Time, this is going to be the haircut tomorrow. I view you as a mentor, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, Lewis. Check this out, guys. This haircut is what's going live on my YouTube channel tomorrow. How to cut a soccer player haircut. This is going live on my YouTube channel tomorrow, 0700. This is it. All right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. But David, I have Freestyle, and also if you're in Europe, you can get my old mousse at Mocure, mocure.com. So this is what's going live tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern time. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very, very soon. Be safe and God bless.